What's poppin'? What's poppin'? Finally made it back home. Took a little break from YouTube. I was on the road for 2 months. I'm a truck driver, so just on the road for a while and had to clear my mind and just do some things that I didn't get a chance to do because I was on the road so much. It just feels good to be home. You know, it's my first full week really in my spot, so it just feels really good to be home. And I just want to talk about luxury and living in comfort. As a man, when you get off the road or you get off work, you really, you really want to live in comfort. Like the place you live, you want that place to be your sanctuary. When you come, nothing gets to you, nothing puts you back in that negative mode. You just want to be motivated. You never want to be, I know a lot of people right now, they are living in the hood, but as a man, you want to get your life to the point where you don't have to deal with none of that. So today we'll get into some cars. This one of my favorite books. I actually bought it like a year ago from Summit Racing. And when I'm just feeling some kind of way because my car, it's still my 6-day Mustang is still getting wired up. So but before before we talk about the book with the cars, this is my photography book, and I did it back in 2000. I released it 2019. Yeah, so this is my photography book. A lot of people don't really know I did a book. When I tell them, they be like, "Wow!" But yeah, this was my first book, and I didn't know what the hell I was doing, but I just did it. And that's one of the best things about life. Sometimes when you don't know, just still do it. This was actually the rough draft copy. So this was the copy I got to see before it was like finalized. So this the rough draft copy. I got some other copies, but they're on my truck. So that's Mariah. She was in the I think that's a Comet, a 68, 69, or 59 Comet. She was in. Took that picture of her, and this was a beautiful day with her, and she's just natural, just all natural, and it was just flawless. Same car, and people don't actually know I actually took that picture in my mom's yard. My other favorite photo shoot right here, that's Yasmin. And that was my favorite photo shoot. We didn't plan nothing. It was just all off the go. She never rode a horse. She never saw a horse before in real life, So, yeah. I love black and white, man. I actually met this guy randomly, and we just, I just said, man, let's shoot. He was like, let's go. This was in Louisiana, Another one of my favorite shoots. That's that picture to the left. That's actually in Georgia, Piedmont Park. Yeah, see, this was the rough draft. So that picture in like the new book, if you go on Google, you can find it. This another one of my favorite photography pictures. A son with his mother. I took that. That's probably one of the greatest bonds a man will have is with his mom, also his dad too. But it's just something about a mother and a son, just like a dad and a daughter. And like I said, all these are just, with my photography, I really just like doing things naturally, nothing forced. All this was natural. I think she said she was going through a bad day, and I just told her this, hey, be yourself. I think she's about to get married now, Another one of my favorite shoots. I think all these my favorite shoots. Another one, nothing posed. It was just, go with the mood. This was down in Little 5 Points in Georgia. A beautiful day, man. Oh, that's my boy right here, man. He's actually going through chemo right now, so I'm still close to him. He's an actor in Georgia. Cool dude, man. Cool dude. She's a dancer. I think I met her on Instagram. Cool, just like natural. Everything was just natural. Nothing forced. No poses forced. Nothing. It was just she was just in her element, in her zone. That's what I like to do. Oh, these are my friends. They was actually friends. They not couples, but they just had a good bond with each other, and did some shoots at Arabian Mountain out there in Georgia. Another one of my favorite shoots, man. People were just staring, and mind you, this was when I was just getting started photography. But I watched so many movies. All my favorite photographers are like photographers back in the 60s, 50s, So it's just something about that black and white. It just gets it. Like now I have a hard time with choosing, do I want color? Because sometimes color makes a picture too, it takes the photogenic out of it, Another one of my friends, she's an actress also. Just natural, man. Just natural, and that's the people. If you do photography, you want to make it happy. You can find anybody and just tell them, just tell them be natural, be themselves, and everybody, this one of my favorites of favorites. She was just natural. Like she got experience like that, So it just came easy for her, and also, it just came easy, like real easy. It was actually like 50 degrees outside, but she was down for the cause, and that's Mariah again. Mariah's my favorite. And this was back home in Louisiana. That's my daughter. That's the first picture I ever took with my camera. That's my daughter. I just wrote her passages about her, when she grows up and she can read this book, she'll know, what her dad was about. And this was a passage about danger and death, just how you don't want to live life safe and you want to live on the edge. You want to take chances. You want to take risks, And if you want to buy this book, you can look on blurb.com and just type in, Sounds of the Soul, Dexter Williams Jr., and you'll find this book if you wanted to order it or anything like that. Or just leave a comment, and, I'll see the link to it. But, yeah, that's my first book. I'll be working on my second one pretty soon. I'm just waiting on that Mustang. So let's get to it. See, this is my motivation. My car isn't finished yet, but man, I'm just so ready because, this is the history about these muscle cars. I went and got another drink right there. But this is the history about these muscle cars, and it's just so wonderful, the details they put into those cars back in the day. So much details. They took their time with it. Like, you can look at everything on the car, and it's just like you just mesmerized. The lights, the grill, the tires, the windshields, the side mirrors, everything was just so detailed, and to me that's art. The cars today, they don't really come with it. They don't really come with the art. It's more about computers, how fast the car is, but mostly about technology, and that's the way of life. But it's just something about these cars that had detail. Everywhere you looked, it was something special. Every piece of the car, It wasn't just about computers, can it drive itself. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't want to drive a car that drives itself. Not because it's unsafe, but the process of doing everything, rolling the window down, like that that makes the experience of a car. Chevy V8. So this is just a book about the just the history of these muscle cars. I just look through these when I'm thinking about my car, and I feel impatient. And that's the thing about life. You really want to be patient, even when things not going your way. Like with my car, it was been supposed to be done, but COVID hit. A little excuses from the mechanic, stuff like that. But in life, all that's gonna happen. All that stuff gonna happen, and you really can't do nothing about it. Unless you want to spend extra money to take it to another shop, find somebody else, build a relationship with them. So you just stick through it, because when the day comes, when that car is finished, man, it's gonna be all worth it. And I know it's this summer make 4 years my car been getting worked on. I worked on it. I had another mechanic working on it. And then this mechanic that's working on it now, he's working on it. So it's gonna be so worth it. Yeah, I'm in a state right now where the sun is always shining. And I would love to be, in my car every day, but I know that day is coming, so I just have to be ready for that day. Well, just look at these beauties, man. Look at these beauties. Oldsmobile. See, cars today don't look like these. And I bet you can drive one of these cars from back in the day. Even the litters of the kids are going to admire you in that car. And just imagine everybody wanting to talk to you, even though we introverts. But just imagine they want to talk to you about a car, and tell you about their story when they had this and that, but we stay introverts. We don't join car groups, none of that stuff like that. We'll talk to people, but we don't join no groups. Just look at these beauties. Let's look at the detail. You can look at that. That's detail. Just imagine riding in that in California, Florida, Louisiana, Georgia, in August. Like, come on, man. The Buick Grand Sport, like it's just timeless, and that's one thing. That's one thing that you can take from cars and put towards your life. The way a car was built, like, back in the day, you can take that same thing. Like your life, very detailed, be very detailed about your life. The things you want, be very detailed, like to the T. Don't leave anything up to chance. Cause you leave anything up to chance, that's an opportunity for something else to slide in. So just like these cars, how they was detailed from the grill, the dashboard, the seats, the radio, the steering wheel, everything. Just look at the grill, like Pontiac. Oh, it's a Plymouth. That's a Pontiac on the right, yeah. And with your life, you want your life to be very detailed. See it all the way through the end, like Robert Greene say. See everything through the end. Leave chance to nothing, And don't when you plan in the head, don't shortcut yourself, Like give yourself what you really want, Don't lie to yourself and say you can't have this, because that's something you probably heard from other people saying you can't have that. You can have whatever you want, but you just gotta put the effort you need to put into it, and the drive, because people will always try to down talk you. Just don't tell them shit. Don't tell them what you're trying to accomplish until you do it. You know, that's what I had to learn. That's what I had to learn. You know, this was the what this was. I know it was a Mustang, but yeah, it wasn't street worthy. So they only made a few. They only made a few of them because it wasn't. It was just made to look good. Now here we go, baby. 60s hit, Mustangs. Hey, Mustangs start hitting. You know, 65, 66. I'm telling you. I don't really like those versions. I only like the 67, 68, 69 really. But you know, Mustang is a Mustang. But you see the details? It's just details, man. You riding it, you will be happy to ride in that every day. No complaints. You know, no complaints. Then Camaros start coming out. No complaints. You know, they don't make cars like these. They make cars just to last 2-3 years. Then you go buy another one. Always, you want things in life that will stand the test of time. Everything that stands the test of time, that's how you want to build your life, around things that stand the test of time. Nothing temporary. You know, nothing temporary. Just look at this. you be taking photo shoots every day. The Barracuda, I'm telling you, that's one of my favorites also. The Plymouth Barracuda. That's one of my favorites also. Besides the Mustangs, the Cobra Jet. I'm telling you, like, it's unmatched. It's unmatched. Nothing today can compete with that car. I don't care if it's not painted. Put that car inside any car, except probably the Vet. The Vet probably can't compete with these cars, but I'm talking about as looks wise. You put a Vet, you know, inside these cars, it can compete, you know, because it still has the curves, the sharp curves, the Lamborghini, stuff like that. But any other car, it can't compete with the details, you know, and things that last forever. Real muscle, you know, real muscle. And even though I think, you know, American muscle cars should be fast. Also, I think the body is important. You know, just like us, when you want your body to be in the best shape, you know, that's when you're in society. That's when people treat you like you're important. When your body in the best shape, society, you know, because we're in the matrix, they're going to treat you like you're important. Even though you can be this, you know, overweighted guy and still important, but because we're in the matrix, society won't treat you like that. They treat you how you look, but you know, that's another video. Mustang, I don't like that one. Like I say, the 67, 68, and 69, that's the only year Mustangs, you know, I'll deal with. Other than that, nah, they start, you know, the Firebird. I love it. I love it, man. Like the Trans Am Firebird, you can't lose with that. You know. Oh yeah, F029, perfect. But they only made a limited edition, so you got one of these, man. You can sell it up to $1 million for real. You know. Camaros start coming out with the Z28s. Can't lose. Just look at that. All art. You drive one of these cars, you will be a model naturally. You could be out of shape in one of these cars. People gonna want to take pictures of you. They gonna want to stop you and ask questions. They gonna want you to. They gonna want to use your car for videos. They gonna want to use your car for movies. You know, they gonna want to use your car for photo shoots. And you could just be working, driving your car, and you going to work at Sam's Club. And you look outside, people just taking pictures of your car. Like that's a life. Even though if you don't like attention, it's still alive because it's vintage. It tells a story. It has a story. Everybody has a story. You might meet a 60-year-old guy. He had one of these cars, when he was a teenager, and he tells you stories about it. And while you drive, that just make you appreciate it so much more. And it's kind of sad because I don't know if we would have cars that, when we're 60, that are like these. But look at that, man. See, this give me the motivation, my Mustang, because I'm going to be in the desert just like that. Just like that. Just like that. I'm telling you, you can't beat that. That's picture perfect. Camaros, you can't beat that. So yeah, because get one of these cars, man, and it's the best thing about these cars that you can get them for the cheap and slowly work on it. And that's a journey in itself. That's a journey. To me, that's really the best journey when you get frustrated because you can't find a part, when the mechanic, when the mechanic he tell you it's gonna be done, but it's not done. I'm laughing now, but I'm crying on the inside. But honestly, it's really the best part because I already know when it's time to drive, I'm gonna be thinking about all that stuff I went through, and it's just gonna make it a whole lot better. I'm gonna appreciate the car a whole lot more. And it's just the milestones of the Mustangs, stuff like that. It's good to know the history of these cars when you start getting into them, so you can take them serious. But like I said in the old video, just hit up Facebook Marketplace. Find something between 25 to under 7K. Get it. Have some worth. Look at that picture. Just look at. I can look at this picture all day. But yeah, have somebody, or have somewhere that you can put the car at a mechanic shop, in a barn, in your yard, and slowly work on it, document it, write down stuff, write down your thoughts, like just write down stuff you need. The process is the best feeling in the world because you could be having a bad day, a bad week, but you also got something to look forward to. You get to go home to that car and work on that car. Put some music on, just like I did earlier. Grab you a drink, and work on your car. Or if you got somebody else work on it, hey, go chill at the shop. Go help them out at the shop. That's what I do. Go help them out the shop. Go learn. Just be around it. So you always got something to look forward to. And even if you have nothing, let's say you buy a car. This happened to me. I had my car. Through that time I've been having my car, I was homeless. Like, it was the time I was sleeping in my car, in a Lyft car. I was driving for Lyft. And I actually still had my car in the shop. I had my car in the shop, and I was just thinking about it, and it motivated me to get back on my feet. Like, it motivated me. Like, I had to talk to myself and get back. So, that's just a little story. And I hope some of you have muscle cars. Hope some of you buy them. And I want to hear the stories because those stories, they make my day. I think about them, and I can actually help you out, with finding cars, And if you want to order my book, you can just comment, send me a comment, and I'll send you the link. But get some hobbies, fall in love with your life, stay busy, and let's get on the road, man. Let's get these vintage cars. Let's keep them alive. Let's keep them alive. The details, just look at that. we have to keep these cars alive because you know how it's going now. Everything going technology, everything going, self-driving. So the more people buy these cars and fix them up, the more it stays alive. And at first, I didn't care about that shit. But now I see why, because when I'm on the road and I see a classic vintage car, when I see a car, like that make my whole day. I could be having a bad day, but when I see one of these cars on the road, I just have a good day, you know? And just imagine your life sucking, but you get to wake up and drive one of these cars. Just imagine. You have to have something in life for yourself that makes you happy. You can't go around making everybody else happy, doing everything for everybody else, but you are unhappy. You have to have something consistently that's keeping you happy, keeping you grounded, something that you love. And everybody got something that they love. It don't have to be cars. Just dive deep into the things that you love to do, because that's important. That's really the most important thing. It's not money. Like, you can have money, but what's the point of having money when you don't know what you love, Grand National, oh yeah, just beauty in the desert. So find out what you love and do that to the fullest, Don't just work and you letting your passion die. You letting the things that you used to love die, because life gets hard. Let me tell you, everybody's life is hard. Everybody's life is hard, Even the people who look like it's good, everybody dealing with something. So you might as well deal with something by loving your life and loving the things that you love. You might as well do that, And still introvert, man. You don't have to go to clubs, bars, and all that stuff to have fun. Like, life is way much bigger. You can enjoy life without, the bars, the clubs. That's just a distraction, really. It's so much to do besides those things, and like spending money, people overcharging you when you could be spending that money on some car parts or some art, some paint, a camera lens, traveling money, and you can go to like, I'm telling you, like, I'm 32 now, I'm still kind of young, but I've been by myself on this road for like 8 years, and I just learned that the life that society want us to live, it's not life. Life is doing, the things that you love or once loved, and you stop doing it, So, hey, let's get to it. I will talk to y'all in another video. Sorry I waited too long, but your boy is back. Peace out.